Hi, how are you? In today's video, I'm just going to give you a quick update on what's going on in our home and with the rats and just all of that stuff, so stay tuned. First, if you've seen my new intro video, you probably have realized that there are less rats in the video and that there's somebody on there you haven't seen yet, although I kind of hinted at it in my bin tour video. But this little sweetheart, hold on, he's stuck to my shirt, he's Marshmellow, and he's kind of sleepy because I pulled him up to bring him to the video. But Marshmellow is a Siamese who came from Oak Grove Rattery in South Carolina, and he is super sweet. He's a little mad because I woke him up, but he's being very good. Oh, I think he's got hiccups. Yep, he's got hiccups. Anyhow, we have had him for almost 3 weeks now on Wednesday. No, wait, might be 4. I honestly don't remember exactly. But he has already gone through intros with George, and he has been doing really well and just doing fabulous. We're really pleased with his little personality. He is just so sweet. He likes snuggles, but he is independent. He likes to get down and play, and he's super food motivated, which has made free roam a breeze today. These are the cutest rat hiccups I've ever heard. They're so cute. Hi, baby. He's very cuddly, but very playful still because he is a baby. This is the sleepiest he's been in a little while. But he was out to play a lot today. So I'm going to put him up and then I'll give you the next update. You noticed that we got Marshmellow, and I updated you on that. But we also went down 2 other rats. If you saw my intro video, you probably noticed that as well. Oh, it's kind of a long story, but basically there were a couple of incidents where Mac and Cheese exhibited some extreme hormonal behavior. We don't know if this was because we had a bunch of upsets in the group, like Poochie passed away 3 weeks ago, and then we added Marshmellow at the same time. And it's possible both those things caused some of that, but when I noticed that he was getting hormonally aggressive, I contacted his breeder. I sent them a video, and they were really concerned. So he went back to the breeder, and I'm actually really glad that we did that because they were able to do a health check and found a mass on his testicle, which I would never have thought to look at because I have no experience checking that area on a rat. None of my other boys have had problems, and I don't recall ever being told to check there, but now that I know, I will. And they were really awesome and showed me how I can check the other boys to make sure that things are growing the way they're supposed to. The current plan is that he is going to go to the vet and probably get neutered. After a neuter, they will reassess his temperament and go from there. Let's see. That happened on Monday of 3 weeks ago. No, last Monday, that's what happened. And then Wednesday, while we were doing intros with Marshmellow and George and Blue, I just noticed Blue seemed really out of it. He wasn't really very interested in Marshmellow. He sniffed him maybe once when he came close enough, but he didn't do like normally they would actively pursue the other rat to smell, lick, groom, pin, that sort of thing, and he didn't do any of that. When we got through a couple of stages of intros, I noticed that he was just really wanting to sleep, so I decided to let Marshmellow and George work things out and then introduce Blue to them after they were a little more established so that they were more calm about the situation. Plus, inadvertently, Marshmellow had already met Blue and they had done fine, so I wasn't really worried about that. Wednesday evening, after we had gone through the get along carrier stage and I went to put them into the hamster cage that I use for stage 2 through like 4, I got Blue out to hold him because he was really lonely, and I was holding him, and I just realized how bad his health was. He was pretty much completely emaciated. He had had a tumor excuse me, in his stomach, and we had had it checked by the vet, I want to say a month to a month and a half ago, and the vet had said because of where it was located and how deep in his belly that it was inoperable. And at that time, due to his age, we had decided just to keep him comfy, spoil him rotten, and enjoy him while we had him. But last Wednesday, while I was holding him, I realized that the tumor had spread a lot. And I really think that at that point he had been feeding the tumor because his body was just so thin and weak. I was feeling him, and he was so sweet. He would brux, he would boggle, he would give you kisses still. He was still eating and drinking, but you could tell he wasn't himself. And so that night I held him for a while and I observed him in the cage, and he really had no desire to do anything. His will to live had basically gone. Some people choose to keep their rats at home and make them comfortable until they pass, but I felt like in his state that would have been cruel. So Thursday we went to the vet and had him put to sleep. It would not have been, it wasn't very long that he was that sick. He had been completely fine, I want to say even 4 days before that. The only reason I didn't notice sooner is that we were not home for a couple of days consistently, like all day. We went and did some errands, and we had our car break and had to go get a new car, and so all those things kind of played into not being able to pay as close attention to the rats for a couple of days. So yeah, that was really, really hard. My kids were devastated. I was devastated. Blue, along with Nibbles and Poochie, were some of our sweetest rats. Very friendly. They wanted to be with people. It was heartbreaking to lose him. My kids are thankfully doing very well with it, especially my son, because he was my son's rat. I've actually been very impressed, but he's also 5, so grief is a weird thing, and it's even weirder when you're 5. It doesn't affect everybody the same, and when you're 5, sometimes you don't even realize that you're sad until things just blow up in your face, basically. So I fully expect that it could be next week, next month, that he comes to terms with it and is just really upset about it. But then again, he may have cried his tears and be ready to move on, because kids are resilient, so who knows. I'm here for him however he needs support and love through that. So that's what happened with our rattos, is that we went from 4 to 3 to 2. And if you're only here for rat updates, then the next part won't really interest you, but it's not very long. But we are scheduled to finish our schooling probably next week. We should be done with math Friday-ish. Friday or Monday, it depends, because I realized I mislabeled the dates in my planning notebook. Oops. And so we are scheduled to finish all of that then and be done for the school year, which is really exciting. We have been homeschooling for a whole year now, and we have made lots of progress. We've learned lots of things. We're going to do some things different next year, and we're going to do a lot of things the same. But I'm really excited about next year. I'm just super looking forward to summer. So thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. Tell me why in the comments below. If you would, please hit the notification bell and subscribe for more videos like this one. And lastly, if you feel so inclined, please watch one of these videos that YouTube thinks that you might enjoy. Bye!